welcome back to my ranting and raving reviews. We're gonna talk about, and I just want to also let you guys know that I am still watching Potomac. I have finally caught up. I worked on it a little more, and now I'm trying to post it. So I just, Stacy, I'm just gonna get Mia out of the way because I have technically 3 episodes to review, but episode 8 kind of was like a filler. They went, Ashley trying to hit those notes. Good for you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that fusion was. And then Mia telling them, just happenstance, telling them after this event, the GNA event, about how, you know, Gordon Inc. and whatever, their mess that they got over there at the high rise. I don't know. I just felt like, what was the point of you even telling them that? It was weird. That episode was just full of Ashley and again, her coming to terms with her getting this divorce, and we get it. I mean, it's, you got to go through your emotions, I guess. It feels like it's been 4 years now that y'all been separated, and I need you to just get, hopefully you and your kids get something out of it that, you know, you blamed or degrade Candace for. Money that you didn't earn yourself with your hands, but earned with your body, with your kids, taking care of your kids. So you do deserve the alimony. Your kids do deserve to be set up, just like Candace's parents set her up. Anyway, yeah, episode 8 was kind of like a filler. Honestly, don't really remember much except the beginning of Wendy's birthday party. We all know it's your birthday day, the day that you were born, Ashley. Sorry you couldn't throw yourself a birthday party. Like, all right, get over it. Now, TJ wanted to walk in cadence with Stacy. What else more can we say? You know what I mean? That was weird. And that best friend tag, it gets me every time. It's really, them producers is mad shady. So we have them coming into the beautiful birthday party. It was very well put together. I thought it would have been a little bit more over the top, but it was not that over the top. It was like a regular birthday party. Eddie's siblings being there was very nice. I'm glad that they were able to come to the party and, you know, commence. But Wendy's mother, I don't know. I don't know. They talking about the parents is going to come. Hopefully the parents will start coming around each other. I don't know. If the siblings ain't even talking to Wendy's mom, that's too much family business. I can't get involved. So we are now in the midst of the party. Wendy came on this boat car. It kind of was a fail. It looked cute in the beginning, but as Giselle, agreeing with Giselle, you had to dock the boat, babe. It was a little bit too much going on. So, yeah, back to TJ and his weirdness, him talking to Ray, then him talking to somebody else, and then trying to chastise Stacy at the table. Where were you? You out here trying to be with other people. You better watch yourself. Excuse me? And then Stacy apologizing. I guess it's to save face, honey, but that, I'm warning you? Warning me to do what exactly? What are you gonna do if I get up again and you're sitting by yourself? Like, what are you warning me from? Tell us, TJ. Tell us. And then you talking about, I don't know if this was 8 or 9, you talking about how much hosts make. We see you, TJ. We see you. So yeah, all of that happened. And then at the end of episode 8, they are talking about, Giselle brought up how Mia was on Instagram with her lot, and it's kind of like, I guess this is how Giselle starts the mess. I mean, it's deja vu. I understand where she was coming from, but I mean, what she told you is what she's been telling y'all. So it's kind of like, it is up and down. It is all over the place. What I don't necessarily like is her and them kids on this screen. That's just me. I'm not one to tell people how to parent. But if you gonna put it on the TV, I'm gonna talk about it. Because we watching. Yeah, and then Giselle just went hard in the paint with that. Well, not her normal hard. She was just like, why are you giving us all these things and you're saying that you guys are going to step back and you know you're going to handle this and handle that. And then now y'all on Instagram are a big happy family. And then now me is like, well, he was in mania. He was in mania. Listen, I ain't no psychiatrist. My unprofessional critique is everybody lying over there. Then. Do we have a legitimate doctor diagnosing this man with bipolar 1 or 2 or whichever one he have? I don't know. I'm not no psychiatrist, neither. My unofficial watching opinion is that something ain't right in the spaghetti salad. Just something ain't right with the three of them over there. It's not right. And Jackie, Robert, we could have done without her. Let's just be clear and honest about it. We could have done this season without Jacqueline. Like, she's really just like that nagging gnat that's always around. Like, please do something else. She's giving me that vibe. I'm sorry. She doesn't have anything to add but annoyance. Every time she opens up her mouth, it's to say something for shock value so she can evoke some type of emotion. She's acting like Deborah, to be honest. Like, we don't need that on the screen at all. You already got the show. Show us something other than being Mia's representative. So we are back at the party, and Stacy and Ashley are talking about their mediations that they are going to on the respective Monday or whatever it is. And I don't know. Ashley is giving me the vibes like how she used to treat Robin when she was going through her bankruptcy and lying about it. Or whatever her money troubles was and lying about it, right? I don't like how she calling Stacy dumb, and like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. And she's like, her saving grace was that she took her aside to Karen and Giselle, the matrons of the group. And she's like, you need to be prepared. Much like Kyle and Mauricio over there in Beverly Hills, California, honey. You said you know who you married, but you do not know who you are divorcing. Was like the most accurate statement. Because when that type of money is involved, because it is that type of money involved, things get a little sketchy. And they told her, and she's just like, listen, I don't know what type of divorces you guys been through, but I know who I married, and I'm going. I don't feel like Stacey wasn't being dumb about it. I just feel like she was hopeful, which she said, I'm optimistic about it because I don't think that he's going to blah, 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 blah. So come to find out, they're at, well, you know how I rant and rave and bounce back and forth. Their mediations went on. Ashley had hers. The man wanted her to sign, what is up with the non-disparaging? Like, in perpetuity. Like, don't ever, never talk about me anywhere on the screen, on paper, ever in your life. What do you mean? You want me to be quiet? And then my next thought is, she don't want to do that because I'm not, what do you mean? I'm going to go somewhere and I'm going to slip your name and then you're going to sue me? That's crazy. In my mind, I'm like, Karen, for how much? If you want me to shut up forever, you gotta pay me to close my mouth. Like, honestly, like, you wasn't out here getting caught cheating every season. Please, miss me. I don't know. Ashley, girl, if you don't get a dime from this man, I don't know. I don't know about you, girl. The way that you maneuver your life and the way that things portray on the TV and what you're showing us, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Now, maybe you can't tell us, you know, if you're getting alimony. Of course, the kids are going to get child support. Of course they are, because he sees them, whatever. You guys are fighting about, well, not fighting. You guys are discussing, you know, custody and all of that stuff. So he do want to be with his kids. However, girl, I don't know. I think you got a 6'9", and I don't think you can even make it to 70 with this. So we're off to Stacey and her mediation now. They're all to lunch. Wendy with her matching shades, as usual, looking cute. Hello. And she's like, Stacey's like, yeah, I went to mediation and I found out some things that I did not know that was going on. And she's like, he has this account where? How much is in it? This is in my name? What is this? Blah, blah, blah. Girl, Stacey said, I ain't never pay a bill. I was taking care of that, was the way. And there is nothing wrong, and I'm going to quotate traditional, because Stacey still worked. There's nothing traditionally wrong with him making the money, him paying the bills, him doing all of that, whatever. We're not knocking Stacey for that. We're not knocking Stacey because she didn't know. That was their relationship. And I'm glad Wendy, because I thought Wendy was in the midst, but I should have known that she wasn't in the midst when she was talking about $350,000 and Eddie was looking at her like, no, where are you getting that from? Now they probably could afford it, honey. Happy Hetty. But Wendy said also, she was like, I'm not in the midst of a divorce or anything like that, but y'all are making me feel like, you know, just so I can know what the hell is going on is like, I don't know where the mortgage is. I don't know where you paid the mortgage. I don't know how much it is. Like, to live that life is very great. I would want to live that right, not knowing what things cost and it just be handled. I think that's great for them. I think that's amazing for them. The rest of us, we don't know that life. We pay a bill, at least 1, 2, 3, or 4. And it's kind of like, you don't wish bad for somebody that lives like that, because this is, Jenna OC was like that as well. The man, her husband, her ex-husband paid all the bills. I do not know. We will never know or understand why he disdains Jen so much. For him to not even want to talk to her, to even mediate about their kids, none of it. Like, it's weird. And don't want to pay child support. Don't want to pay alimony. Like, it's weird, their relationship. Anyway, I digress. So all the ladies in every franchise, there is at least 1 or 2 women that, you know, find out. Sutton, for example, she got the forensic account and didn't even know that she had stake in a minor league baseball team. Please. So divorce brings out, it brings out the other side of people. I don't want to say the words. It brings out the other side of people. And Stacey, now that she knows, now she got her blinders off, and now she gotta go in like this is a stranger. And now we gotta see what we gotta do now. Now this is what we gotta do, because he was doing his own thing the whole time. Go back to Wendy's birthday party. I went off on a tangent. So on Wendy's birthday party, I almost cried as well when she was hugging her sister-in-law, because none of them know Eddie's kids. Isn't that crazy? Her oldest son is like 10 or something, and one is 8, and Cam is 4. Like, that's like over 10 years that they have not spoken to each other. That's weird to me. Like, I really, and they probably will never, but I would really want to understand as to why, like, their families was just in disdain. Like, they just couldn't stand them. And it's just like, what the kids got to do with it? I think that was very whack. And their grandparents, like, they don't even see them kids. They don't know their names barely. They don't know what they look like. I shed a little tear when the sister-in-law and then little Cameron was like, Mommy, don't cry. It was like, because they don't understand. Like, you don't know these people, but these people are literally your family. Like, you all share the same last name. Like, this is your family, but they don't know you. For what reason? It's awful. I think that is awful. It's awful. I mean, like, it's nothing. It's terrible to treat your son like that. I don't know. What I'm talking about with Jacqueline being a gnat, like just being around, just to flitter around. Like, what was that scene at that? Because when she was mad at Jacqueline at the birthday party because she didn't stick up for her, which she did. But I mean, it's kind of like, what do you want from her? And now you dressing her because she dressed like, I mean, whatever. I can't hate outside the club, but you know, I mean, I can. But this scene with you dressing her and all this nonsense and you talking about your mess that the three of y'all ink boarded and yourself created over there. I wish that was on the cutting room floor because that was so unnecessary. This just proves my point. Like, what is Jacqueline's purpose? That's all I want to know. What is her purpose? The scene was just so unnecessary. It was just so unnecessary. And most of the things that she tried on was ugly, except that purple lavender thingamajiggy. That was cute. What else? Kiarna, I don't know about this guy. Is he showing his best self on the screen, or is he like just being himself on the screen? I don't know. Is this his representative? Is he just doing this because of how it's being edited? I don't know. He's giving me the same vibes that TJ give me. It's very giving manipulation. It's very much, you're going to do what I say, or, you know, there's no talk about it. Like, why are you wearing his shirt? Why are you at his business? Like, I guess you have a manager for your business over there. Your skin spa, your med spa. Why are you always at his job? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird that every scene is that you're always there at his job. I know some seem fishy. And then the way that he talks, I don't like it. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know. He just treats you like an employee. And that's why I'm asking, like, is that just, you know, for ish and giggles? You know what I'm saying? Is it? Or is this really him? Or is it just, you know, his little cheeky, snarky representative for the TV? Let us know, Kiarna. I don't know. It's giving me pause. It's giving me pause. It's giving me pause. Actually, in this literal leap of faith, she needs something to stay on the screen because it's just like, ay, jaja. Okay, Ashley, you're not scared of heights, but you got to take this leap because now you got to release everything and blah, 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 blah. And all these things that you've been saying, I guess now you're saying and doing, hopefully. Okay, so let's keep this going and move it along, okay? You jumped down off the building, now what? Now what we're gonna do? Now you gotta wait for the mediation, you gotta wait for the man, the judge, and all of this nonsense. Make sure you follow up. Because next season, if you back, I don't want to see you talking about this divorce. I want you to see you talking about something else. We all know that you're sexually fluid. We all know that you have a high sex drive or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Please. Giselle is lovely when she's speaking to her daughters. I think that is Giselle's true representative on this show. Like when she's talking to her daughters and speaking about whatever, I think that that is her true self. Because her daughters know that she messy, but they love her anyway. The scene with her and Grace, though, I don't know, it kind of felt like, as a daughter, not a mom, because I'm both. As a daughter, it kind of felt like, until she said, well, you were away. Before she said, well, you were away and I didn't want to put that on you, she said, you weren't there. Adore, oh my God. What is the other girl's name? Jesus. The twins were with her. And they really held her hand and they really, you know, walked her through the passing of their grandfather. And I'm glad Grace, you know, and that proves their relationship too, because Grace could have taken that a whole other way, because we don't really know how long the conversation was, but Grace could have taken that a whole different way and been like, you know, well, I was at school, you know what I'm saying, and nobody told me anything. But she didn't go that route. She understood what her mom was trying to say. She was like, you know, you were away, and I want to let you know that your little sisters really stepped in and helped me. You were the firstborn. You were the, you know, responsible one. And it's kind of like she was just explaining that her sisters stepped up to the plate. And I just love the relationship she has with her daughters. I strive. As a mother, I understand her not wanting to tell her, because I went through the same thing in college. My grandparent passed away when I was in college, freshman in college, actually. And my cousin told me, just happenstance, just called me, and I was like, hey, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, blah, 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 passed away. And I'm like, no, I just talked to mommy yesterday. What are you talking about? So I understand. That's where my mind went when Giselle was talking to her daughter about, you know, her grandfather passing away and she was in college. And, you know, it wasn't a trigger. It just reminded me of the situation. And that's where my mind went. You know, my mother was trying to, you know, cover me and blanket it in a certain way that she didn't want to upset my freshman year at that point. But, you know, we gotta see parents are humans too. That's their first time being parents. Even though you may plan and plot out your life, things always say, gotcha. So we always gotta be mindful of other people and who and what they are. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway, we're going to talk about Mia. Every time I talk about this show, I always say I do not want to talk about Mia. And I always ended up talking about Mia. I do not. It just seems so performative and fake. This little Mia Giselle feud, because now Giselle was on one of these Entertainment Tonight or one of these, oh no, she was on Breakfast Club. And she's saying Mia's dead to her and blah, 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 blah. Like this beef that they're trying to conjure up, I don't feel it. I don't feel it. The Candace and her husband beef, felt it. Monique and her husband beef, felt it. This beef with Mia is very surface, I'm struggling to get some type of things going so people can talk about it. Like, it's really, Mia ain't had no business talking about, I wish I remembered all of their names. I apologize. The twins bringing boys over. If Giselle told you that information off camera, why are you bringing that mess on camera? You are a shysty, low-down woman for that nonsense. And I loved how Giselle, because they grown now, they graduated high school. They grown, they 18. So, and they got jobs, they making their own money. And she's kind of like, listen, on my social media, they gonna be perfect angels. If you follow them and see the debauchery or whatever the hell they got going on over there, you go over there and follow them. Over here, we're going to be PG. And Mia trying to say that, oh, you trying to act like I'm this person and your daughters were sneaking good boys into the house. Excuse me? How dare you? Talk about my kids. Talk about your own kids that you got on this screen. Talk about that. Talk about these babies that are talking about you can't marry ink. Don't marry Mr. Ink. You think your kids are stupid. They're not. They see, these kids see and hear everything. They may not understand it in that moment, but when they remember, they're going to be like, ah. Just like your little girl whispering to her dad. So is mommy going to marry Ink? So is mommy going to be with Ink now? You think your kids don't know? You think they think that Ink is their uncle? Like they play uncle or something? Girl, Mia, you ain't got no, let me don't even say you ain't got no rights. You can do what you want. It is, as of now, a free country. And you just have all the audacity to try and come from somebody else's kids. I don't like to agree with Giselle, but she was right. You not thinking about your kids. Putting them on the screen in between two men. Anyway, you see what happens when I talk about Mia? I get riled up because she get on my nerves. She gets on my nerves. Go back to Giselle. So Giselle and her dad's will when she's talking to her daughters. I love when she's talking to her kids. I love their relationship. And it's weird how Giselle was mind you, she is nasty going after other people's marriages and other people's things. But when it comes to her being a mother, I guess she did the job. Like, she's still on her job. She's still clocked in. Because her daughters are perfect angels. Ain't nobody kids a perfect angel. Not one. But, I mean, these are some decent girls, man. Like, especially watching their mother being a wreck and a havoc on TV. I'm just saying, she must have did something right. That's all I gotta say about them kids. But it's crazy how, I wonder who that is. Can somebody tell me who she's talking about? Was her dad married to somebody? Because and how you don't, the way that they're so close, why don't you know your dad's, like I would have gotten, even if he was alive today, I still would have gotten all those things in order. And even if those things were in order, the only person that can change that information, is a next of kin or somebody who has power of attorney. But Giselle, I think, is the oldest or something like that. So how can somebody just come in unless it's a wife? It's gotta be a wife. Or maybe somebody that was taking care of his business when Giselle was in Virginia? I don't know. But she have a long fight. She have a long fight, and I don't wish that on anybody, because it's horrible to have to deal with family and family business and money. It's horrible. Take it from me, it's horrible. I'm not gonna listen. I love to watch other commentary channels. I love Emily Hanks. I love Kempire. I sometimes watch Up and Adam. What else is going on? Grace Report, Layla Lynn. I watch a lot of them, right? Just here and there. Subscribed here and there. And it's kind of like I listen to certain people in their commentary and I agree, and sometimes I don't agree. Because some of the other commentators are like, I hope Karen, takes accountability. I hope Karen gives us the full story. I hope that Karen, blah, blah, blah. Me and my channel, me and my thoughts, ain't no way. Karen Huger, 61, formerly of Potomac, formerly of Falls Church. What was it, Falls Church? Wherever. Was she ever going to come on this TV screen and give us the real about her DUI? She was never going to do it. I was never hopeful about it. And I just came into the season and just be like, Karen's going to read all these ladies down. She is going to deflect with her reads. And she's going to say she can't talk about it. Which, if it's an ongoing case, if I was me as an unprofessional legal advisor, not licensed, I I would tell her not to say anything either. She has already said a lot. Like, there's body. So it's kind of like, you better shut up or put up. And she not putting up. And I would never, ever expect Karen to say, I have a drinking problem. This is, I mean, the Bravo reckoning is a real thing. Let's just be clear, because the alcohol be flowing. They've been talking about Shannon for the past 10 years of her drinking. They've been, how long Potomac been on the screen? They've been talking about Karen drunk dialing and drinking for the past 7 years. Who else? Brandy Glanville. Have y'all seen her? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on that. I don't know. Something's going on. Something's been going on for a long time. Anyway, I'm just saying the alcohol is an issue. Now, I don't know if Bravo perpetuated the issue or just life perpetuated the issue, and Bravo is just happens to be there with the camera. Don't know. It could go either way. However, I just feel if Karen ever were to tell us the real deal, I think she would gain way more popularity than she already has. Like, Karen has never lost footing for these DUIs or the citations or whatever it is that she has. And she's still gonna be messy, she's still gonna be shady, and she's still gonna be funny, and she's still gonna read them girls down, which she should. Most of them reads that she be given, they be deserving it. Now, we do have a little kerfuffle with her and Wendy that comes up in the recent episodes that are gonna come, and I want to see how they're gonna handle that. I don't know. We gonna see. But I never, ever, 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 never, ever expect Karen to come on here and tell us what's real. The only thing that I know, the only thing that I feel, because I don't know, was true in this whole situation with Karen is when she was talking to her cousin in that restaurant. Who knows if he is a B-list actor? We don't know. But he was crying and he was on the phone with her. And you cannot timeline anyone's grief to end, because grief comes in waves, I can tell you. I just feel like Karen, no, this is the second time. And the excuse was the same thing. My parents just passed back to back. Me and Ray having problems. And now 2-3 years later, it's the same thing. You got to find another coping mechanism, babes. Where's the driver at? Where's the blue-eyed driver at? Now you don't have a driver? Now you don't have a driver, Karen? Anyway, that's all I have to say about that, Karen. I'm a lover regardless, because you know what I'm saying. It's Karen. It's Karen. Karen be talking the real. She just don't talk about her real. And that's all we be asking for. But okay. They still love Karen. Well, most people treat her, the other half of it or the other side, people are like, her and Garcelle are the same. They don't be talking about their life. They just be in other people's business. Garcelle ain't giving y'all nothing else. Y'all talk about my kid. Y'all either get me like this or y'all don't get me no more. That's it. That's all. She's booked them busy. Don't become like Candy now. I mean, I don't know how much you making on here. Maybe this good little check that you getting for 4 months out of your life. Maybe. I don't know. So what was not on the 2000 December bingo card was Mia and Kiarna having a lunch brunch date, talking about mental health. But she not a licensed professional. Her fiance, man, is a social worker. I don't know what his letters are at the end of his name. But Mia is talking to her because Kiarna has people with mental diseases in her family. And I guess she got counseling on how to deal with them. Maybe that's why she's talking to Mia about Gordon. I don't know. It seems weird. I don't know. Anything that got Mia to deal with it, you always got to think twice. You always got to think twice to see, is this something that you setting up for the BS? I don't know. So we find out that Giselle and Ashley went on a speed dating thingamajiggy, right? I thought that little white boy had a little bit of chocolate in him. Did y'all not? Was it the beard? I don't know. He had a little, he had a little swagger to him. Let's just say that. Because I was about to call names and say things, and we're not going to do that. We're not going to be messy today. So he just felt like he had a little swagger. But I mean, I was like, okay, y'all having this date. That's cute. It's the first date. Y'all talking about y'all kids. Ain't you talking about cancer? Cancer and kids? It's kind of intense. Is it not for like a first real date? It's a lot. Especially when y'all not even gonna be together like that. I guess. I mean, you're getting to know me. My kids are a part of my life. Yeah, I understand. I get it now. Now that I've said it out loud, I get it. But dang, I would have been like, that's a lot. That's a lot. Because I know, what else are we gonna talk about? You just hit me with the 1-2 punch. I got 2 kids. Yep, they're 3 and 5. And yeah, I had cancer. I'm 29. I had cancer at 27. Like, Ashley is what, 40? 38? You know Ashley's not going to stay with his little boy. And then it went into, you know, the games. And, yeah, the reward fits. It fits. Good for you, Ashley. That man had you giggling and laughing and stuff. Good for you. Good for you, boo. I ain't mad at you. Do you? We've already talked about Mia and them kids, which was the last part of the last episode, right? Oh God, us as are not licensed, not certified social workers that watch this stuff for spectator sports, it gave me, for lack of the worst term ever, it gave me the biggest ick. And it kind of pulled at me that little girl was like, you cannot marry Mr. Ink. And then y'all saying, do you know what divorce is? Do you know what marriage is? All while making cookies. I mean, these kids are not, they're not slow. And the fact that, I mean, the conversation was age appropriate, yeah, but it just felt like she's using her kids for TV. I hate to say that. Because what is the reason for you doing this to these little kids on national TV? And then Gordon supposedly don't have a capacity to say, no, I don't want my kids on the TV. I don't want them to talk about this. Because what type of strength does he have? Supposedly Mia is taking care of him. He don't got no money. He don't got nowhere to live if she not taking care of him. It's like, it's too much. The choices that she's making, I don't like them. Period. Again, these are, at this point in time, this is now a free country. She could do what she wants. We could say what we want about what she's showing us on the TV. I'm not saying she's a horrible mother. I am just saying I do not like these decisions that she's making for her kids. Why on the TV? Why are you doing this on the TV? And they're not the first kids to go through a divorce on TV, on Bravo. They're not, right? But the thing about it is, it's just like, why are you putting an extra person into this on the screen? He had to sign a waiver there was a process to get him on the TV. Like you are consciously making these decisions for these kids. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. And that's why I don't like talking about it. And I always say I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm talking about it. Whatever. Listen, Housewives of Potomac, the last episodes, they really showed like kind of And I don't know. The beef that Giselle and Mia have at this point right now, where it's gonna go. I say that like we kind of see where it's gonna go, but I honestly don't know. I'm gonna take that back. I said it and now I'm taking it back. I am, shout out to Heavenly. I don't know where everything's gonna go. I don't know where everyone lies. I just don't understand this Mia and Giselle beef. I don't understand how Mia and Kiana are cool. I guess she turned the other cheek. Mia and Giselle is very much for the TV. Karen is gone Karen. And not for nothing, Stacey was a vision in that orange. Y'all saw her? The makeup, the lashes, the orange on her skin. Gorgeous. I loved that look on her in the confessionals. That confessional look, top tier. Loved it. Yeah, and I hope Stacey get all the money that she deserves. All of it. Because I feel like Stacey, I don't even like to talk about I told y'all I was right about TJ from the beginning. I told y'all. He just gives off manipulative. I am here and I am ready to do whatever it takes to be on the TV. Period. That's what I'm going to say about that. I think his relationship with her from the beginning, probably, even if she wasn't on this show, was for networking. I think he may have liked her a little bit, maybe. I don't know. He don't look like he liked her. And then she's like, if I date other people, like he says the right thing sometimes. She was like, if I date other people, would you be mad? He's like, we are not in that type of relationship. Now, would I want you to? No, but I'm not a person to say that you cannot. But you shouldn't be going out there doing it willy-nilly, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's saying all the right things. Like, I don't know. I get manipulator from this guy. Especially if he could turn on a dime just like that, talking about, I'm warning you, get yourself together. Absolutely not. Absolutely, definitely not. We're not doing that. I don't know. There's something about him that does not click for me. Something about Kiana's man that don't click for me either. Like, it's more TJ. I think Kiana's man is probably used to a certain thing because he's been married before, blah, 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 blah. TJ, I don't know. Something. I'm telling y'all, mark my words, there is something there. There is something there that shouldn't be. All right, guys. I be behind and got to marathon these shows. Life is life and we got to live it sometimes. And I love talking about these shows and I love to know what you guys are watching. And I want you to tell me what you guys think. And make sure you like the video, subscribe, and bye.